Hey guys, welcome back to Real Estate Informed, the channel that keeps you up to date on all things real estate. In today's video, I'm going to be speaking about Zillow. There was an article out that said that Zillow had stopped making, these iBUYER purchases that they were doing through their website, and the reason for that was that they were going to disable it, I believe temporarily, just because that they couldn't get enough contractors, that they bought too many houses, and they were just having staffing issues. And everyone in real estate, all the YouTubers jumped on this story and said that this is the end of real estate, Zillow stopped buying houses, and and yada yada yada, and so on and so forth. I'm here to tell you that that's BS. I'm calling BS on that. I don't think it's the end of real estate. I don't think we're going to fall off some cliff. I think people just need videos to increase their views. I'm not about that life. I'll give it to you real, give it to you raw. So I think that Zillow, Redfin, Open Door, I think these e-buying websites, their business strategy is very similar to, I would say, any other business tech company that's coming into the business, and that would be price low, get market share, and then raise the price. One business I can think of is Uber. Uber came in very cheap. They were cheaper than most any other transportation, cheaper than taxis. They came in, took market share. Year by year, they just increased their market share. And now that they have a certain level of market share, people are addicted to it. There's people out there that sold their cars and relied, steadily on Uber because it was, a $5 ride to work, $5 ride back. And they were like, why do I even need a car? This is ridiculous. And so they relied on that. That happened for years, 2000, I believe 11 to 12 to now. But what's happening is now Uber has the majority of the market now, and so in most metropolitan cities, Uber's the majority versus Lyft or others. And so what now Uber's doing is obviously keeping it competitive with Lyft, but they're slowly and steadily over the years increased their pricing. And I believe, so that was just part of their business strategy. Come in low, get market share, then raise prices to normalize. And I feel like Zillow was doing the exact same thing. They wanted to come in low, and low meaning high, meaning that there was people out there that Zillow was, and this is known, it's in articles, you can do your own research, that Zillow was buying houses at literally market values. Whether the person's house was fixed or fixed up or not, they were literally, if someone's home value was $400K and the house needed $30,000 to $40,000 worth of repair, Zillow would just give them $400K. And Zillow lost a lot of money, and you'll see on Zillow and various other YouTube videos that Zillow was just bleeding money, and that's why they stopped this. I don't believe that. I think Zillow went in. Zillow's a huge company, billions and billions of dollars, and they have they have so much capital to back them up. I believe that that was their business strategy. They're like, hey, we're not going to make a dollar, and we're probably going to lose, $1 billion each year, just trying to get this. But the point of what they're trying to do, same thing with Redfin, Open Door, and Zillow, and other major iBuyer companies, is to get you addicted to the platform, to get you on the platform and tell other people about the platform and see how it works. Meaning that you could literally bypass real estate agents and sell your house direct and use an iBuyer, and that's it. And so that's what they were trying to do. Now obviously they're running into staffing issues and whatnot. I believe this is temporary. They will be back with a different plan of how they're going to do this, but I believe that this has nothing to do with the end of real estate or we're falling off a cliff, that's why Zillow's jumping out of the pool. No, I do not believe that for a second. I think Zillow's just regrouping, and they're starting to lose a lot more money than they thought they would. There's multiple articles and even YouTube videos. You can search your favorite real estate guru on YouTube, and you'll see that there's videos where it's like, the Zillow bought the house for $410 and sold the house for $400, and it's like you lost $10,000 on the house. But Zillow just wants you to get addicted to the platform, and then once you get addicted to the platform, they're going to slowly start giving you less and less and less and less for your house, to the point. But they can't do that unless they get rid of real estate agents, unless they get rid of MLSs. So this is years on years of still work that Zillow and Redfin and Open Door and all these companies still have to do. But that's where they're headed. And that's where, you know, even with a company like Uber, it took Uber to overcome, you know, to come to the airports and work at metropolitan cities, take over taxis. It took them like 6-7 years to gain any type of majority of the market share. So same thing with Zillow, Redfin, Open Door. These companies, it's going to take them years. It's going to take, I'm talking like 10 years in advance, to the point where people would be so used to the platform that people would have bought and sold 2 or 3 homes on the platform and loved it so much because Zillow gave them so much more money. Because what they're competing with is, if you use a real estate agent and sell it on the MLS, you're going to get $400K for your house. And then you have to pay 6%, 3% for the buyer, 3% for the listing agent. You have to pay 6% plus excise tax and whatnot, and closing costs. What Zillow and all these e-buyers are trying to do is still give the buyer, still give the seller $400K. And eliminate all those what do you call it, commissions. You still have to pay the excise tax, but eliminate all the commissions and all of that, so that you still make $400K. So it looks like such a great deal that you don't have to pay 6% commissions. But the problem with that is, once they get you addicted to a platform, they're going to start giving you less and less and less money. It's basically going to be back to what you would do with the real estate agent. You're going to net the same amount of money. It's just that now you're doing it an e-buyer way or e-seller way versus doing it with a real estate agent and doing it the typical way. I think they were talking about Elon Musk, about how like he just keeps developing you know, something that already exists, and they just develop a shittier version of it and call it this revolutionary genius. And they were talking about Elon and like the I think in Las Vegas, he has this underground train that he built, but it's just like a loop with a bunch of Teslas. And people were just making fun of it in the sense that Elon was, just making basically a shittier version of an underground subway, but with Teslas, and everyone calls them this genius, but it's just a shittier version of something that already exists. And I think that tech is kind of known for that. Right now we sell houses with real estate agents, and I know it should be a little bit easier, you know, going into 2021 right now. We're still using agents and commissions, which is a very dated system, but I do think we should take that to the next level of being able to buy and sell a house, and show your house and utilize agents in a different way than what we utilize them for now. But basically, it's going to end up being the same thing. You either both eliminate agents and have e-buyers, and you're going to make a lot of money because you're like, oh, I'm selling my house for $400. An agent would sell it for $400 but take 6% commission. I'm saving that 6%. But what's going to end up happening is the e-buyers, once they take over and get market share, they're just going to lower their prices right back down to $400 minus the 6% anyways. So it really doesn't matter. And they're going to attack on fees and fees and fees. You know what I mean? To basically make it look like a commission, but not call it a commission. And so unfortunately, that's where we're basically headed. But that answers your question of, is Zillow out of this e-buyer thing, and is the real estate market falling? Don't believe it for a second. That's just people trying to get clicks. If you liked the video, please thumbs it up. Please leave me a comment if you disagree with me. I love to have chats with people about this. I love real estate. I can talk real estate all day long. So until the next video, I will catch you later. All right, bye guys.